Just how did you feel about what you saw from Cade tonight in his performance?
I think we've been very patient, and I think we're trying to meet each other and keep trying to grow a little bit. I think they got a couple of hits in the first. He winds up 5 innings, 3 hits, and only 1 walk. I think it was 6 over 1, and boy, we had a tough time getting swing and miss once he got out of the ball game the rest of the way. We did the hit batters and the extra deal, but I thought we showed a little trust a couple of weeks ago with him, and we saw a little growth. And tonight, him being able to get out of that bases loaded deal on his own was huge for us there in the 5th, I think, or 4th. I hope he keeps growing. I just feel like he's hard to hit if we can get in the strike zone. Early on we were shoving him out of the game, and we're trying to build a little trust with one another. Really, me and him, because I'm making a decision when somebody is coming out of there, of letting him work through some of this stuff. And again, we were rewarded for that again tonight.
But you guys, I think since the fall, have talked about running hard, running to first base, circling, and Snow's double. How big was that from a momentum standpoint to hustle double and kind of get in the scoring position and kind of set the tone?
It was big that he was safe. But that's the mentality I want. My favorite one, that was number 2 for me. Number 1 was Cooper McMurray had a great at bat. I think with 2 outs and nobody on. He hit it to the other side, and I think I almost saw him round first base and almost fall down and have to get back. That stuff's contagious, and that stuff was demanded. And I'm really glad to see guys be able to do that in the biggest moments, to go for it like that. So I think we had one earlier in the week where we were thrown out there and no outs. And I think we have coached enough. The guys know the gamble time on the number of outs relative to the base. But if they'll play that way for us and continue to push it that way, they're not going to hear much from me except a reminder of like knowing our base running rules. But I mean, I love seeing that. Those are sparks. Those are difference-making hustle plays. That's needs to be and continue to be part of our DNA.
Back-to-back series and nights, you've broken records for the crowd. How much does that mean to this team and the program?
Oh man, yeah. Been here for a while, and a lot of our players have been here for a while, and a lot of people behind the scenes have been here a while, and a lot of people in our whole athletic department. I'd be the first one to. I was thinking about this last night, reflecting on it last Friday night, last night. And, being from Mississippi, it's pretty simple to me. You talk about seeing if you see a turtle on a fence post, he didn't get there by himself. You have no idea. I can't even articulate how many people over the last headed toward 10 years have made tonight possible. And I'll run it back to Hal Baird. I'll run it back to every person that's put the uniform on, our stakeholders that absolutely have put in support, our leadership of our university, everybody that works in, from the leadership of our athletic director all the way down, Red Hobart, our administrator, and people I don't even know that have continued to invest. These people that have come here for decades, way before I got here, and will be coming after I leave, they all cared and created this. One person ain't doing this. This is everybody's done this. And you really look around all of our sports, and I love the growth. I think it's awesome. I think it's great energy for our players, because that's my job, is to invest and love in them and try to create the best environment, second to none if I can. But this stuff you don't snap your fingers and do. This takes a long time, and there's things that have been going on I'm not even aware of, that people are putting bricks in the wall to make a night like tonight, in this moment in time, for our program to be where it is.
Peter?
2 nights in a row, you guys have been able to keep a really deep lineup relatively quiet. What have you seen from the staff as a whole?
Fortunate. They out-hit us tonight, right? Cade Fisher getting out of that jam, and coaching staff trusting him to do that, like I mentioned in my first answer. Armstrong come in, pass the baton. I'm only going to keep somebody 2 runs that out-hits you in a ball game is to win those crystal moments when it just says, hey man, this is a defining moment in the game. And I think Armstrong gets a double play immediately. And then, our hottest pitcher, second to none, is Hetzler. And you're trying to squeeze and buy as much time as you can. And 2 outs in the 7th, you sure don't want to bring it into a tie ball game are behind, and sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Tonight it was masterful. He comes in and gets the out. Again, bases loaded for another time. That's a special group of hitters. That's a special ball club. That team might have lost 4 or 5 games now, and they've won north of 30. That's a heck of a ball club. We had to be on our P's and Q's. We passed the baton amazingly tonight, and then, like I said, we had a tough time getting swing and miss after Cade got out of the ball game, and Milam got a hit down there. I could just feel him coming, But I think we've been through enough. I think us getting kicked in the teeth a few times and failing a few times in moments. You can either kind of go put your head in the sand, or you can grow and learn and adjust and get more comfortable being uncomfortable in those moments. And I think there's been some growth from being through some challenges with that. That's what I'm taking. That's a good sign that that's keeping them to 2 runs. You're going to have to, in the critical moments, in the vulnerable moments, somebody's going to have to make a pitch. And tonight, to our guys' credit, I thought we did.
Yeah. You mentioned Ryan. Just to have a guy carve out such a seemingly definitive role kind of out of the bullpen, especially at this juncture in the season. I mean, how vital is it to have a guy just kind of carve out that role?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the difference between you being a poor ball club if you don't have it, an average club if it can't perform consistently, and a chance to reach higher if somebody can settle a ball game like that. I like that he come in throwing soft stuff. He was 2 different pitchers tonight. He was a 7th inning, get out of the inning. He was an 8th inning guy, and then he come out with a fastball in the 9th inning. You could smell it. There's a lot of things when you see 92, and sometimes you see 96, 98. That guy's great. He's got some character, some patterning, enough deception maybe. He could be different types of pitchers and throw you different types of sequences and moments, and he doesn't seem to be rattled. He's done great work for us. Our players love to work hard. I can almost hear them like, let's get hits in the ball game. That's one of the greatest compliments I can think of, is to hear when your team has worked so hard for a couple hours, who do they want on the mound? I don't think there's any question this ball club feels great if Ryan Hessler's on that mound.
Yeah, Alvarez most likely tomorrow for the starter.
He is. We went ahead and told LSU, just out of respect for having the TBA for tomorrow, so we told them before they left the ballpark. So hopefully he can come out here. He started last week for us in Alabama game 3, so hopefully he can get us out of the first, get us off to a good start, and it never ends. So we get an opportunity to come out here and play again tomorrow.